All right, good morning. This is Diesel Mac with MVP Hot Wheels. I figured I'd go over the Spoiler Sport today since I have quite a few of the variations already. Plus, it's a very intriguing casting as I'll get into and talk about some of these variations that I have. So we'll go ahead and get started. Again, these are the Spoiler Sport castings. Most of them are called the same thing with the exception of the Incredible Hulk here or the Street Scorcher, but the rest of these were called Spoiler Sport. The first one released was in green with red lines in 1977. I don't have the red line version, but I do have the Blackwall version, also released in that transition year from the red line to the Blackwall wheels. You can see this one has two smaller windows back here, and there's no parachute, which is kind of the is the standard release of the first one. So we'll take that from here, and then a couple of years later they transition to a bigger window with a parachute. So that's the only difference between these. Both of them are Hong Kong bases, as you can see here. They say Hot Wheels, Spoiler Sport's got the name and everything. Blue tinted windows, kind of that clear blue interior as it's part of the window, all one piece, and it flows all the way to the back on this one, which are interesting notes. I'll point out some more stuff down when we get into the other castings here, or the other releases. So here are the green ones. Again, there's a variation here with the two windows, no parachute, and one window parachute. You could get this in a French version, in a cube, one of the France cubes. It was in a Meeby Toys box. I don't know which variation of the green came in that one, as I don't have one, but there you go. So you have a red line version, which would have the same as this, the Blackwall version, and then the one window, and then there's also one that was available in France. So next we'll get into the Golden machines. So this one, you can see here, released 1979, I believe. Still has the two windows and no parachute. This is the darker of the two. Let's see if we can get that in there. The one on my right hand is a lighter gold. You can get, I think, both versions in dark and light gold, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here, as we again have the two window no parachute and the one window parachute. Again, Hong Kong bases with the Hot Wheels and the Spoiler Sport on the base. These both are the dark version of the gold, and then the one that I have for the light gold is the two window variation. So there are those. Again, there may be a fourth variation where it has the light gold with the one window and the parachute. Next we'll get into is the Incredible Hulk, and this is where it starts to get interesting for me. First off, there's two different yellows, so you can kind of see that, the dark yellow in my left hand and the more lemon yellow in my right hand. We have the two window, no parachute, so the early release in this lemon yellow. I have seen the one window with the parachute in the lemon yellow as well, but the dark yellow, I have a one window without parachute and a one window with parachute. So that's kind of the middle piece for me when I'm looking at these for the casting changes. So we had a casting where, again, the beginning of it, we had two windows, no parachute, and then we have a one window, no parachute, and then a one window with parachute. And since these came out around the same time the Golden machines did, and around the same time the 1980 version came out of the one window parachute of the green, there may be a green one available with a one window and no parachute. And again, let's pull the right one here. a Golden Machines, one window, no parachute, in either light or dark gold chrome, or both. And there is a 2-window, no parachute, dark yellow version of the Incredible Hulk. So there's quite a few variations. Also on the lemon yellow, there is a dark tinted or a tinted window instead of the blue tint, with the black base or black interior that comes with it. So that's another intriguing part, as there was no dark or tinted windows until the Speed Machine release. So again, something else to think about when you're looking at these variations is there may be others out there. So there could be a dark yellow with the tinted windows. There could be a gold chrome, and there could be a green available, since a lot of these came out around the same time in that 79, 1980 era. So we don't know which ones are which, because I've only seen a tinted window in the lemon yellow, and it did have the 2-window no parachute in it, which is, to me, the earlier version before 1980. So it's kind of interesting to me. In 1982, you have a new color coming out. So here's the white. This one is still the Hong Kong. This is the 1-window parachute version. And then here is a Malaysia made one. I would say the Malaysia is a little bit tougher to find. You can see it's got the bar Malaysia on there right there. Still has Hot Wheels and the name Spoiler Sport. Both of them still, being made after 1980, have the 1 window and the parachute. Next we'll get into is the Speed Machines version. So released in 1983, there's a couple variations that I've seen. This one has no back window, and this one has the back window. It's interesting to note that they took the Hot Wheels off of the base. This one is still a bar Malaysia, like the last of the white ones were, and still has the name. And there is also a blue base variation, and I believe it comes with the rear window. And I can't really show you this in here very well because there's not enough light, but looks like they just broke off the window. When you look in here, it looks like it's been snapped at the point in the center here, and discarded. If it was in here, it would be floating around, and there's been plenty found without a back window. So I know that that's a variation, but there's also a blue variation. Now there is a pink variation that was a Mexico only. The base does say made in Mexico. It's on the bar, on its own bar, but the Hot Wheels is now on a bar. So it tells me that the 1983 release of the Mexico version, they had the bar for the casting base, even though it's metal, for the pink variation. But it has Hot Wheels back on it on that bar. So to me, the pink one came out, but another interesting note is the fact that the pink one is on the Japanese box with red line wheels. So you get to see red line wheels on a pink variation, but it has the bar on here like it was made after there, and of course the pink doesn't come with red line wheels. So it just kind of asks that question, like, why do they have a red line? Or maybe it was just something they put on all the Japanese boxes or something. But maybe somebody can jump in and answer that in the comments down below. The pink one has the 1 window parachute, like all of them do after 1980, or I presume all of them have 1 window parachute after 1980, as all of the ones that I have here in the back row were made after 1980. 1985 got a name change. The Ultra Hots came out. This is the US release. It's a little bit lighter than the Mexico release, where it's more of a brownish red, still a metallic color. You can see here they changed the name on the base, so you have a new base. Hot Wheels isn't on a bar. The Street Scorcher name is on there, and then Malaysia is, or no, Hong Kong is on there without a bar also. So they've retooled the base a little bit, got rid of all the bars. And here is another version. Like I said, these are tinted windows. All the previous ones were blue tint. This one has black windows, you can't see through there, and it has black interior. But there's a Mexico version of that. And then they started making some new ones, so there's a couple new ones out, I think 6 or 7 of them. This one came in the Hot Ones weekend camping special, I believe, 6-pack. And they chose to go with the original 2-window, no parachute on the rear, just like the first one that came out. There are some metallic black ones that have the gold Hot Ones wheels and the Hot Ones packaging. There's a Chase one that has white lettering on the wheels. There is a Looney Tunes version with Marvin the Martian on there, a Darth Vader from the Star Wars pop culture series, and then there is 2 others from the Hot Ones series, a light green with basic wheels and more of a metallic blue or aqua color with ultra hot wheels. So there's, like I said, 7 versions of the new one. I don't have all but this one, or I have only this one, I guess. But I just want to share with you all the interesting facts about the Spoiler Sport. So again, came out 1977 with a red line and block wall wheels. Started out with 2 windows with no parachute in the back. Transitioned to, well, I'll say transition to a 1-window, no parachute in the back, and then to a 1-window parachute in the back. Again, light and dark gold versions of the Golden Machines, dark yellow and lemon yellow versions of the Incredible Hulk, and then a dark tinted window variation in the lemon yellow so far has been found. Hong Kong and Malaysia base, a Speed Machines without the rear window, with the rear window. These are black bases, and that comes with a blue base. This is the US release of the Ultra Hots version, and there is a Mexico release, and then there's also a Mexico pink Spoiler Sport. And don't forget the France, I kind of skipped over that. So hope you guys have enjoyed watching that. If you have variations that I don't, take a picture, please. Post it in the comments so everybody can see. I do have extras. So for me, you can see back here, the more common for me seems to be is the 77 release with the 2 windows and no parachute. All 5 of these over here are that version. For the white Hong Kong, seems to be the easier one to find. I have a couple extras of the Hong Kong. Here's a light gold Speed Machines. I don't think any of these are any easier to find. I think it's harder to see the difference in the pictures, especially when there's only one variation there to see. That is a light gold variation. And then I have some light or lemon yellow variations. All these I have the 2 bars, no parachute, just the same as this one does here. So these are a little bit easier to find, I would say, as I have a couple of them. And they mostly came in collections that I've gotten. So, and then I have a example of the Ultra Hots on the package. This was a good package, and I already had it in loose, so I just kept it here. But hope you all enjoyed the video. Like I said, leave me some comments if you like it. Hit the like button, share it with your friends, and again, any questions, hit me up in the comments. All right, thanks guys.